Hey, yo.
What makes Kyler Murray a great football player is that you never know what he'll do at any given moment. He might throw an 80-yard pass, he might rip off a 50-yard run. So when the QB was frustrated with his contract this offseason, he made one of the most unsurprising moves an NFL player can make. He deleted any reference to his team from his social media accounts.
I need to investigate more as far as why he deleted all his social media. It feels like every time we do this, it either means a lot or absolutely nothing.
Deebo Samuel did the same thing with the 49ers this past spring. Murray's brief career has now come full circle. When Arizona drafted him to replace Josh Rosen, Rosen unfollowed the team too. If we've learned anything about pro sports in the last decade, it's that no matter how big your yacht is, you're going to sit on the deck, look at your phone, and stew about people you can't stand. In 2017, PSG stars Neymar and Edison Cavani were supposedly feuding over who would take penalty kicks when Neymar unfollowed Cavani on Instagram. One of the first signs that Antonio Brown's Raiders tenure was doomed was when he unfollowed quarterback Derek Carr on Instagram. When Dwight Howard moved on from the Lakers to the Rockets in 2013, Kobe Bryant unfollowed him on Twitter. The unfollow has become such a common move that athletes even joke about it. When Seahawks free safety Quandre Diggs was ejected from a game last September, teammate Jamal Adams told reporters, "If he's ejected again, I'm going to delete his number and unfollow him on Instagram and Twitter." Fans and reporters have learned to know where an athlete's heart is, you must watch what his thumbs do. But sometimes we overreact. In 2016, LeBron James unfollowed the Cavaliers, leading to speculation he would leave the team, which he did, but not for another 2 years. But more often than not, social media is where athletes call their shots. Last summer, Dolphins quarterback Xavier Howard wrote in an Instagram story, "They won't realize how big a part you play until you're not there to play it no mo." 2 weeks later, he requested a trade. Some posts are just tirades or fits of annoyance. However, when an athlete unfollows his team, the intentions are unspoken, but almost always clear. The unfollow is a negotiating tactic, for now, almost exclusively as NFL players, because they're the ones who need it. NFL contracts are rarely fully guaranteed, and players are endlessly worried about career-ending injuries. Compared to most sports, NFL contracts are far more likely to be renegotiated before they expire. For decades, an NFL star who wanted a new deal would hold out during training camp. The idea was that eventually the team would miss him enough to sign a deal. What worked for Cowboys running back Emmitt Smith in 1993 worked for Ezekiel Elliott in 2019. However, the current CBA signed in 2020 includes stiff financial penalties for missing camp.
Aaron Rodgers is allegedly foregoing a little bit over $93,000.
Whoa.
He's not going to mandatory minicamp. He's never done this before. Adam Schefter said this morning on Get Up that as of this morning, his sources have told him, Ty,
he is strong as hell in his position to just stay away.
Which means holdouts are no longer an attractive option. Today's players need another means to pressure teams. The social media scrub is passive-aggressive but targeted. A player complaining about his contract might look greedy, but a player deleting any connection to his team from his social media just looks mad. Which is true. He's often mad because he wants to get paid more. But the message to the public is the team has damaged its relationship with a star, and that looks bad for the team. One agent explained there can be subtle benefits to social media scrubbing. During negotiations, a team may sometimes perceive that the agent is taking a harder line than their client would like and sense weakness. A social media scrub shows the player and the agent are in lockstep. There's a potential downside, of course. The player could look petty, fans could turn against him. But compared to holding a press conference to demand a new contract, a social media scrub is fairly low risk. It also gives the player plausible deniability. Even though Murray scrubbed his accounts in the lead-up to the Cardinals apparently leaking concerns about his maturity to ESPN and the NFL Network, and shortly before his agent, Eric Burkhart, put the Cardinals on blast by demanding a new contract, Murray claimed at a charity event that his scrub had nothing to do with the Cardinals.
Was there a scrubbing of the Instagram account on purpose, or was that how did that happen?
No, that was like I said, that was. If you're a kid my age, you know, like you're used to like people take off all that, like that's just a thing. And honestly, like I said, I took everything off of there besides one picture, so it had nothing to do with the Cardinals or anything like that.
but it sure caused a fervor across the country.
I know people do people doing too much, but it's all good.
Well, somebody will believe that. But if Murray was mad at the Cardinals, as most assume, the way he expressed his displeasure is relatable. Over the first 5 years of his career, Murray is slated to earn more than $65 million from Arizona. In the NFL marketplace, his services are worth more than that. Most of us can't relate to somebody making $65 million and feeling underpaid. But we can relate to hurt feelings and wanting some distance. The obvious comparison is to end an intimate relationship. When you break up with an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, we delete, we react. When Aaron Rodgers and Danica Patrick broke up, Patrick unfollowed him on Instagram. Jennifer Lopez unfollowed Alex Rodriguez after she left him. But a better comparison is professional. A person is employed by a company, and they're a little bit unhappy with the company. But they probably wouldn't be airing all their grievances on LinkedIn. Annoying your best employees is bad business, which is why the best-run NFL franchises don't generally end up dealing with these social media blow-ups. When the Chiefs reached a standoff with Tyreek Hill, they traded him before it got ugly online. When Aaron Donald wanted a new deal from the Rams, he talked publicly about retiring, but never distanced himself from the team.
If I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, no matter how good of a relationship I got with the organization, with the coaches, like it just ain't working. We're gonna let you go. They're gonna. It's all right, okay. But if I do everything I'm supposed to do, you know, it's time to go back to the table. It's a business. We're gonna figure it out, right? Yeah. So that's just how I see it. I don't like. It's not like me not feeling uncomfortable talking. I'm comfortable talking about it. That's just the way I see it, though.
Because you cool with Sean McVay. You guys are going to his wedding, right?
I'm going to his wedding. That's
that shit guy.
I'm happy. I'm fine. I don't need to play. The thing is, I don't need to play football to be fine. Like I'm fine. Like I was blessed to play this game, to make the money I made, the accomplishments I made in 8 years is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm complete. I'm like, if I can win another one, that's great. But if not, I'm at peace.
In a way, it's surprising that Donald didn't use social media as leverage. After all, he just signed a marketing deal with Kanye West firm Donda Sports.
It was an opportunity. Shout out to Uncle Chuck, making things happen. But my wife actually do my marketing. She do a lot of my marketing. So it was an opportunity that came to us, me and her, and it made sense. And hearing the whole, spectrum of, everything that was going on, what they was going to be bringing, the family atmosphere that they got in Donda Sports, and not just me, but my wife being a part of that, for me, it was a no-brainer. So I think it's a hell of an opportunity to open up a lot of different doors and a lot of different, things outside of football that I want to be involved in, I want to do, that my wife want to do. So to be a part of that and, be one of the first athletes to be a part of that. It's pretty dope, man, and we're excited about it, and we're gonna see where this thing goes. So
last fall, as things got messy in their relationship, Kanye unfollowed his ex Kim Kardashian on Instagram. Then he refollowed her. Then after she started dating Pete Davidson, he unfollowed her again. So this story was written by Michael Rosenberg and published in Sports Illustrated on July 1st, 2022. Now, I don't really know personally if unfollowing somebody is a sign of disrespect or a way to distance yourself from them. In the case of an athlete unfollowing a team for negotiating purposes, personally, I think it's ridiculous. Like, if I was employed by somebody and I didn't follow them, would that be a big deal? Like, you already know what's going on. Why would you follow them? It's absurd. But the point is, if this is used as a negotiating tactic, then, in my opinion, it's somewhat childish. You know what I mean? Like, be a man. Go through your agent and work out a deal. Put your product on the field, and the franchise is going to put money in the bank account. Like, it doesn't seem that complicated. But, like, passive-aggressive moves, like unfollowing a team, in my opinion, makes the athlete look foolish. It doesn't make the team look foolish, and it makes sense why the best-run franchises in the league don't even tolerate this. They don't even deal with it. it's like a non-issue, because it is a non-issue. The reality is the players got to put something on the field to get paid. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, these are guys who got paid for a reason. So if Kyler Murray's strategy or Deebo Samuel's strategy is to, this is going to provide some additional leverage, in my opinion, I think that's very short-sighted. Like, the fans are always going to say one thing, and the media is always going to say one thing. But what it comes down to is this somebody you want to represent your franchise? And if they're acting like a child, well, why would you want them? Why would you want to pay them or feel confident in giving them that kind of money? So I hope you liked the video. You can leave a like, subscribe, check out the next one. Thanks for watching.